If you get arrested for driving while intoxicated, you're subject to a driver's license suspension, and that's before you ever set foot in a criminal court. And you have to do something about it right away, or your driver's license will get suspended anywhere from 90 days to 2 years. In this video, I explain what you need to do and how you can prevent it. Hello folks, I'm Andrew Williams, and this is another edition of the Fedora Lawyer. I'm a board-certified criminal defense attorney, and I've been trying cases to juries for over 28 years. On this channel, I share my years of experience with you to give you a better understanding of the law. Now, the license suspension I'm talking about is related to a driving while intoxicated arrest, and it's called an administrative license revocation. And it's separate and apart from a criminal case. An administrative license revocation suspension comes about when you get stopped for suspicion of driving while intoxicated. If an officer pulls you over for a traffic violation and the officer determines that you might be impaired, he's going to ask you to perform some field sobriety tests. If you fail those field sobriety tests, the officer is going to ask you to submit to either a breath or a blood test to see how much alcohol you have in your system. He's collecting evidence. If you fail the test, you're subject to a suspension. If you refuse the test, you're subject to a suspension. The suspension is always more severe for a refusal than it is for a failure. But either way, you're subject to a license suspension. The license suspension is in addition to anything that happens in the criminal court. However, you can challenge a suspension if you know what to do. You can prevent the suspension of your license. Every state has some form of administrative license suspension, which is a consequence of being arrested for driving while intoxicated. The important thing to remember is that these are two separate proceedings. One is a license suspension which takes place in an administrative court, and then the other is a criminal proceeding that takes place in a criminal court where you could end up with potentially a criminal conviction. You can request a hearing to challenge your license suspension, but you have to request a hearing before the deadline, or you're never going to get a hearing and your license will automatically be suspended. Now, these deadlines run anywhere from 15 days to 30 days, depending on which state you live in. Once the hearing is requested, your license will remain valid until an administrative law judge makes a decision on whether to suspend it. Just requesting the hearing is not nearly enough. Experienced lawyers know how to win these hearings, and they are usually very successful in doing so. That's why it's important to have an attorney help you, because losing your license, even for a short period of time, can be a real hardship on you. And this is before you've even been convicted of anything, and sometimes it's before you've even been to court for the first time. So that's how an administrative license suspension works. It's something you really need to be aware of, because it could cause you a great deal of hardship if you don't know how to handle it. You could end up losing your license, and it could cause you a great deal of money trying to get a temporary license once your regular license gets suspended. So I hope this information was helpful. If it was, hit the like button for me. If you like getting informative videos like this on legal topics, you can also subscribe to this channel. I plan on making lots more videos on all sorts of legal topics in the future. You can watch either one of these two videos to get you started. You can also visit my website at andrewwilliamslaw.com. For now, this is the Fedora Lawyer signing off.